Okay, so today we're going to take a look at the survey that BSG sent us regarding the flea market, and I'm going to share some of my thoughts regarding the first couple of weeks that we spent without flea this wipe, and we'll just go over it one by one. Okay, about 1 minute. Let's see. Which game mode do you play? I play PvP. Have you played Escape from Tarkov when the flea market was closed? Yes, I have. This lasted a little bit longer than they planned. It lasted 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, and there are mixed reviews about that from a lot of different people. I'll share my thoughts in a little bit. Do you find Escape from Tarkov gameplay more engaging with the flea market closed? So, here are my thoughts. With that same change that they incorporated into Hideout, that now you have to use the items only found in Raid, there's kind of no difference whether Flea Market is open or not when it comes to upgrading the Hideout. And I would say that already the change in itself of having only found in Raid items available to upgrade the Hideout made it irrelevant whether Flea Market was closed or open. With that said, some of the items are very, very difficult to find and the drop rate is really low. So I would think that the best option for regarding hideout upgrades would be to have every single item that will be necessary in order for you to progress the development of your hideout stations should be available as a barter item on your traders and become available as you go from level 1, 2 to 3 on each station of the hideout. So if, for example, if you are upgrading the med station, you definitely should be able to be you definitely should be able to get some barter items like lead eggs or anything like that, which is already on the barter items list. But anything that you would need to upgrade the medical station from level 1 to level 2 should be available in Therapist for bartering. So it would be, you wouldn't be cock blocked by a low drop rate. And of course, the higher you go from level 1 to level 2, from level 2 to level 3, the more rare the items are that you need to upgrade, right? So make them more difficult to barter for, uh, get more items of lower level to be able to trade and barter for those items. And I think that would take away a lot of the issues for people who are struggling to find necessary items to upgrade each station. On the other hand, without flea market available, I thought as an average player who struggles to progress through leveling experience and who has difficulties getting traders to max level, I would say the vast majority of people are in the same boat as I am, so it makes it difficult for people to level up the traders themselves. Not even the hideout, of course, there's a part of it too, because you need a certain level of your traders to be able to upgrade the hideout to the next level. So it makes it more difficult for an average player to make a successful raid happen with lower level bullets, with lower level armor that you buy from the traders. Um, but that makes it that much more valuable because, as for myself, I felt like I was competitive on an average level. Of course, people who are higher level, who are all, 2 weeks in and they're already level 40, level 50, of course, those people are totally fine. Those people are capable of finding their own equipment. They're capable of killing bosses, killing the guards, looting them, getting good bullets, getting good equipment, better armor, and with that, also progressing their traders. and hence being able to buy better equipment already by itself. So there is an increased gap between an average player to a high level player because, people like me are running for 3 weeks with level 3 armor, maybe level 4 armor if we are. If somebody can spend more time actually leveling up their traders. But somebody who plays 2 hours, maybe 3 hours a day at most, it is really, really difficult because, it's like four raids, five raids. If you're dying every other time, if your survival rate is at best 50%, right? So, but with that being said, I would say those people who are top players who are a lot higher level, they will not necessarily in game, but just gamer level. Those people separate themselves a lot faster, but the vast majority of people stays around the same level of their PMC, traders, hideout, as well as equipment. So I feel like there were more opportunity for myself to be able to be competitive against players of average average quality. So I feel like the middle part of the gamer base was thicker rather than having a very small number of people who cannot afford a good equipment or those who can. So I would say there are definitely good and bad in the flea market being closed, but it makes average player bracket bigger, I would say. With that being said, as soon as flea market opened, I feel like that average player base separated into two. One that actually was able to accumulate more money and spend it on flea market, just like myself, and those who were actually spending more money before the flea market opened to rebuy some stuff from traders. So some of us got luckier with the GPUs, with the LEDXs, and all of that stuff, and all kinds of purple items that you could sell to the traders to get more money. And I would say as soon as the flea market opened, that average player base kind of disappeared because now you can buy top equipment basically for no issue, and the market was definitely oversaturated. For example, the good bullets that I bought in the end of previous raid for 1200, 1300, 1500 rubles per bullet, now there are 400, 500 bullets, rubles per bullet. So it made it a lot more affordable. I stacked up on some really good bullets. And also I was able to stack up on a lot of painkillers. For example, ibuprofen by the end of the raid was costing 250,000 rubles, which was kind of insane, but I did have a lot of money, so that was totally not an issue. But now the same ibuprofen is 30,000, 40,000 because people accumulated all of that stuff so much that now the value of it has gone down because of the vast amount of items available for purchase on flea market. So it is a mixed bag overall. But I to be 100% honest, answering this question, do you find Escape from Tarkov gameplay more engaging with the flea market closed? I would have to say no, because the actual gameplay does not really is not really affected by me being able to go to a flea market and buy equipment. As soon as you load in the raid, you don't have flea market. You just go and survive and try to kill and then not be killed and pick up some loot along the ride. And the actual gameplay really did not have that much of a difference to me. But this is really like a tough question to answer uh, because they changed it at the same time, found and raid items for a hideout, and closed flea market. So flea market does not have an effect now on your hideout upgrades, but it does have a big effect on you being able to buy good bullets, being able to buy good equipment if you're not leveled up your traders. So depending on which basket of players you are in, you would have definitely a different answer. But I would probably have to say no. Probably would have to say no because the maybe that's not exactly what they wanted to ask, but do you find Escape from Tarkov gameplay more engaging? Probably no. What major challenges did you face when the flea market was closed? So that is definitely a better question to ask in my opinion. So I heard a lot of people complain about not being able to get the keys. So the drop rate for keys is pretty low for I think 114 key for the dorms, 220 key for dorms. Uh, what is it? What other keys? Like 303 West Wing on Shoreline. So a lot of people check this, right? Inability to purchase keys. I got really lucky with some of the beginning quest keys. So I personally do find that I should check this off because I got really lucky. A lot of people didn't. Inability to purchase equipment items. I don't know if that's a challenge that I should not have. You know, I should be able to struggle finding good equipment. In my opinion, good equipment should be valuable. If if you just go and sell a couple of salts and some wires and a loot lord and some other streamer items and then just easily buy top tier armor, weapons, or all that stuff, I think it kind of devalues it. So I would say I'm not going to check this off because finding good equipment should be difficult. Inability to purchase medicine and ammunition. This is also double-edged sword because good ammunition should be difficult to find, in my opinion, just like with good equipment. So I was stuck with T bullets for quite some time, and I was okay with it because most people have shitty armor as well. So better aiming definitely needs to happen before you even need to get good ammunition. Why do you need good ammunition if you can't hit the goddamn target? So I stacked up like 7,000 bullets on different weapons. So it's difficult for me to answer that question. Should I be able to buy good bullets early on? I don't know. Should I be able to survive a little bit longer because somebody else doesn't have good bullets because they are not as good in the game or not as good as looking for bullets or not as lucky at getting good bullets? I think so. I think survivability should be a little bit more within reach for people of lower level. So a lot of people probably check this off. I don't know if I should. I don't think Flea Market really has any difficulty on completing in-game quests. So it's also like some of these questions are really difficult for me to answer because this is should be my perspective, but I'm kind of trying to keep in mind an average player perspective in mind as well, which I am an average player at best. So did I have difficulty completing in-game quests? Not really. Requirement to find found in raid items for hideout upgrades. Yes, this is tough. I looked for relays for 3 days. I looked for tool sets for 3 days. So that's tough. This is a little bit more difficult to deal with because even if you find something that you want to save and put it in a safe container, if you die, it loses found and raid status. So this one is tough one. You should be able to barter for items with traders, I think. Inability to craft certain items. Sure, I'm a shit player basically, so this thing makes it a lot more difficult for me. I have difficulties crafting certain items because my hideout is just not as upgraded. So, but again, does this have anything to do with flea market? I don't know, because you need found and raid items for crafting, as far as I understand. Did not play when flea market was closed. I did play a lot. Didn't encounter any difficulties. I don't know. Should I just check that too? Probably not. What changes would you make to the flea market system? You can select multiple options. Okay. Allow listing offers only for barter trades. Huh? What does that mean? Allow listing offers only for barter. So I can change it for different items, like so to trade it for different items. Huh. This is actually quite interesting. Let me think about that one for a minute. Limit the items available for listing on the market. No. Remove all restrictions on listing items on flea market. I don't want to do that. Introduce specific operating times for the flea market. Ah, why would that be a good change? What if somebody can't play on a weekend and they just miss out on flea market completely? I don't think that's good. Allow listing items only with the found and raid status. Allow listing items only with the found in raid status. Yeah, probably. I'm satisfied with the current flea market system. Probably. I am satisfied, right? What is your opinion in the most optimal operating format of flea market? 2 weeks after a wipe. 1 month after a wipe, I think, is a good number. Close the flea market based on specific PMC level. Huh. I think 1 month after a wipe is good. Maybe also close the flea market based on a specific level. So for example, if I am a really high level, I should be able to get all the items I need by actually playing the game. If I'm a low level, I was just lucky enough to scout it out, get some cash, make sure that I can buy it on the flea market. If I'm level 10 3 months into the game, I think I should be able to do that. Okay, yeah, I think that covers it. You guys let me know what you think about the flea market survey, what you think about flea market itself, and if you got any thoughts, I would appreciate if you share in the comments. Thank you.